State versus Patricia Hudnall, 2015-319. And 13-327, okay, and 15-319, drug paraphernalia and methamphetamine allegations. Looks like she appears for an arraignment.
We would waive reading of the information, Your Honor, and enter plea of not guilty.
I'll enter the plea of not guilty in that case. And we have 13-327, which was originally possession of methamphetamine, and there's been a petition to revoke filed.
On that, we enter a plea of not true to the allegation.
Like Judge Webb signed the judgment. So I'll set a hearing on the petition to revoke on November 19th, 9 o'clock.
Right, thank you, Your Honor.
15-285, State versus Hannah Miller, possession of methamphetamine, drug paraphernalia.
Relatively new case that I've just been involved with recently. There are no pretrial issues today. We would like to be heard on the issue of bond.
Okay, when you get ready, just go ahead.
Your Honor, she has been incarcerated for a while now. She has 2 small children here in the Mountain Home area. How long have you been in jail now? About a month?
2 months.
2 months, okay.
I was in here September 9th.
Okay, I believe her bond's at $10,000 right now, Your Honor. In reading the affidavit and the information that's provided to me, my client's name's not mentioned anywhere in it. So I imagine that when this house was raided for this search warrant that she happened to be there. That's what I can assume from reading the information. That being said, the fact that even by the state's allegation she was not a major player in this particular event, we would ask that the court reduce her bond to $2,000 cash or surety. Not even sure she can make that, but at this point in time, the $10,000 is extremely punitive based on her involvement or lack thereof in this case and her lack of a criminal history.
She has no criminal history.
No criminal history, no.
I had whenever I was younger.
A juvenile?
Yeah,
Okay.
when I was a juvenile. But
Where
I
are the
think I had
kids at?
expunged.
They're with her mother
My
right
mom
now.
hasn't.
Okay, what says
She
the
has
state?
custody of them.
It's okay.
I don't have any objection to it being reduced to $5,000. I don't know that $2,000 she's charged with a D felony, with 3 D felonies.
How long has she lived in Baxter County?
I've lived here my whole life except for a year and a half.
$2,500 bond.
Thank you, Your Honor.
15-279, State versus Michael Andrews. That's a drug case. 15-271, drug case. 15-147, the same. Looks like it's scheduled for a pretrial today.
No, I think we're on pretrial on 2 of the 3 cases. There's no pretrial motions to be heard. There is a jury trial set next week on 1 of the 3. I intend to file a motion to continue it so that I can try to work something out that would encompass all 3 cases. I think 2 of the cases are set for jury trial in January.
Okay.
Now, if we're able to work something out, we'll put him on the schedule for the next time the court's here.
Thank you, sir. 15-267, State versus Nicholas Koskinen. 15-267 again, possession with purpose to deliver methamphetamine, possession of marijuana, paraphernalia.
You know, he's set for reappearance. There's no action to take on today's date. I think the only thing we're waiting on is the crime lab, but I just need to get with the prosecutor's office and check that and see if that's been,
Okay.
if that's ready.
We'll leave it as scheduled.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Your Honor.
15-265, State versus Zachariah Zelk, methamphetamine.
I apologize, Your Honor. I do represent Mr. Zelk. If we could pass him for now, I would like to hopefully try to get this resolved today, if you could recall it.
I'll recall the case. 15-263, State versus Anna Ronau, aggravated robbery, criminal attempt to commit first-degree murder.
Your Honor, I've received some discovery as recently as last week in Anna's matter. At this point, there are no pretrial motions. If there are, we will be following them prior to the trial date, of course. She is currently being held on $500,000 bond. Judge, she has not been able, obviously, to bond out. We would ask that the court consider a reduction in her bond today. How long have you been in jail now, Anna?
2 months, close to 2 months.
Since the middle of this summer, Your Honor, she's been incarcerated. We think that a reduction to $200,000 would be enough to secure her reappearance here, Judge.
I think I'm gonna leave the bond where it's at.
Thank you, Your Honor.
15203, State versus Larry Johnson, 6 counts of rape.
Your Honor, I have filed a pretrial motion asking for a competency hearing regarding the complainant in this matter. I think it's appropriate based on the allegations. In fact, I think it's the thrust of the state's case as to the competency of the alleged victim in this matter. I understand that we may not be ready to proceed with that today, but we would like to have it set for hearing prior to the trial date. I think that would be beneficial to all the parties and the court.
Wouldn't we do that right before trial and then possibly renew it at trial?
It's possible to do it that way, Judge. In previous cases that I've had, it has actually helped towards resolution of the matter sometimes as well, especially in this case when that's one of the elements of the crime.
See if you can agree on something, since, you know, all persons are presumed competent to be witnesses, and we have people even with lucid intervals. I'm not suggesting that's what's here, but they can be witnesses, you know. So
Sure.
see if you can agree on something, but we can do something early on, but it'd probably be necessary, again, if I should find the person was competent to be a witness on the day we had the hearing, it might be necessary to take up the issue again at or very near trial.
And if we do that, and of course, I think that the law is pretty clear that that can be done outside the hearing of the jury.
It will
so.
be. Remind me of that, of course. But it
Yes,
will
Your Honor.
be.
Thank you very much.
Okay, we'll leave it as scheduled.
Thank you, Judge.